Bhagavad Gita Sunday morning class. And please accept my prayers to all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis here, to Guru and to Radha Krishna, Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, so that I can deliver the Bhagavad Katha in the proper way, in the right mode, as explained by the Acharyas. And I don't do any mistake. And if anything, then please pardon me. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले स्वयंरूपं गदाम्यहम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay. So we will begin today. So I am very grateful and thankful I have been given an opportunity to speak over 2 slokas from Bhagavad Gita chapter 3. Okay. So chapter 3 is all about the karma topic. And Arjuna, after hearing the long Krishna's very long speech as instructions on his calm karma and other karma, how to do and all. And then in last sloka, in the last class, we had understood that Lord Krishna is saying it is better to do your own prescribed duties as per the Varnashram system you belong to. And it is very dangerous to follow others' life and to follow others' duties, and that will lead to more destruction and more degradation. Even though your own prescribed duties you are not completely doing properly, but that is okay, because if you do that, slowly you will get elevated to the a better life and a better soul. Okay, and then now Arjuna now understood that okay, fine, so doing prescribed duties is most important because it is as per scripture and as Lord Krishna is saying. So now he has a question in mind, that is the question in mind for all of us also, that now are we in a position to do our prescribed duties always without any failure, or are there any obstructions which will lead us to deviate from our prescribed duties? And there are certain times when we don't actually want to deviate from prescribed duties. We don't want to do any sin or anything incorrect, but somehow we are forced to. Something inside, outside, or whatever you say, it impels us, compels us to do incorrect. So now what is papa over here? We'll understand anything which is deviating from or contradicting the prescribed duties as mentioned in scriptures, as told by Bhagwan in the Vedas, in the scriptures. And if we are not doing also, so not doing or anything doing contradictory to the prescribed duties can be considered as sin or papa, sinful activities. Okay. So now we'll go to, so this thought or confusion which Arjuna had, he is inquiring with his guru Lord Krishna and his friend. So sloka number 3.36. So we'll recite. Arjuna uvacha atha kena prayukto ayam papam charati purushaha अनिचनापि वार्ष्णेय बलादेव नियोजिताः. Arjuna Vacha, Arjuna said, Atha then Kena, by what Prayuktaha impelled Ayam one papam since Charati does Purushaha, a man anichan without desiring, Api, although Varsneya, O descendant of Vrishni, Balat by force, Eva, as if Niyojitaha, engaged. So here you can say, translation, Arjuna said, O descendant of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? Okay, so now when we address our loved ones, we give so many names. Okay, so over in complete Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is being addressed with so many beautiful names: Madhava, Keshava, Rishikesha. So like that here, O descendant of Vrishni. He belongs to the Vrishni dynasty. His father was from the Vrishni lineage, family hierarchy. So he's being addressed as O descendant of Vrishni. So now we'll see that, so we understood what are sinful activities. Okay. And we are like, see, we, who are we? We are souls, and we are part and parcels of the Supreme Soul, the Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. So when we belong to Lord Krishna, so Lord Krishna is Sachidananda Vigraha. We all know that. So our symptom, we naturally will be like that only, full of knowledge, full of happiness, okay, and full of renunciation, full of love, full love for Krishna. So we will be like that. But then when we come in contact with the material world, we become contaminated. So here we become contaminated means we are souls. The soul is not getting contaminated. The soul symptom, or you can say the characteristics, that is the consciousness, the chetana becomes contaminated. Soul never gets contaminated. Soul is eternal and pure because it's a part and parcel of Lord Bhagwan. But the chetana becomes, the consciousness becomes polluted and contaminated when you come with contact with the material world. Okay, so by default, it is here, it is being emphasized here that by default, the soul doesn't have the property to do sinful activities or contaminated activities or papa, you can say. But something is there which is compelling, which is impelling, which is forcing to do that. Sometimes we do it knowingly also, because when we come to material world, you can give an example like iron particles getting attracted to the magnet. So similar, that is natural, right? There is no one is forcing there. There is a natural force. So similarly, when we are in the material world, which is constituted of the modes of three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. And mostly it is passion and ignorance. So we naturally tend to do mistakes and sinful activities. Okay, but our actual the self soul is not impure. Okay, the consciousness gets contaminated. We can say another example like when the rain water is getting poured from the clouds. So at that time it is very pure when it comes from the clouds. But when it crosses and goes inside and comes down through the atmospheric layer, different layers, and again comes down very near to the mother earth, the land, then it becomes contaminated. It becomes dirty. On the surface, it becomes a dirty water. Okay. So similarly, so when we come in contact with the material nature, when we get bodies, when we get lives, human living being body in material world, we get contaminated. Okay. So now this is the question Arjuna was asking. What is that? We tend to do mistakes. Unknowingly we are doing mistakes also. We are doing things, but there is something which is impelling us to do incorrect things. So, and he wants to know that what is that thing. So now we can say, so we know that God is the cause of everything. But can we say that the Supreme Soul, God, Lord Bhagwan, Lord Krishna is the reason for this? No, he cannot be. He is the Jagat Pita, Jagannath. He is the Supreme Father. So how can he allow his children to do mistakes? So definitely not he. So he is not the reason for our mistakes. Okay, and we can say, okay, might be it is past life impressions. Okay, we can say that yes, because we have taken so many lives, so past life impressions can be a reason for this kind of a tendency to do incorrect activities knowingly, and most of the time unknowingly and without our will also. Okay, But this past impression, yes, to some extent, but they are not that strong force that it will compel us when we don't even want to do any mistakes. Okay, so now Krishna is asking, then what is the reason? So let's hear from the mouth of Lord Krishna. Okay, so then we'll go to 3.37. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha काम एष क्रोध एष रजगुण समुद्भवः महाशानो महापाप्मा विधियेनमिव वैरिणम्. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the personality of Godhead said, Kamaha, lust, Eshaha, this, Krodhaha, wrath, Eshaha, this, Rajaguna, the mode of passion, Samudbhavaha, born of, Maha Ashanaha, all devouring, Mahapapma, grateful, greatly sinful, Vidhi, no, Enam, this, Iha, in the material world, Vairinam, greatest enemy. So, translation, the Supreme Personality of God had said, it is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is all devouring, sinful enemy of this world, the greatest enemy. So Lord Krishna here answers to Arjuna, hey Arjuna, now you had this doubt, right? What is that which is compelling you, impelling you to do mistakes, even if you don't want to do any papa or sins, that is not doing or contradictory to the prescribed activities in the scriptures. Okay, so we'll understand more into this. It's a very important concept. A very nice analogy is being given, so please understand and please listen. Okay, I'll try to give my best to explain properly. So now here the main important, there are a couple of main important words. So lust. So Krishna is saying it is lust only. So now from all of a sudden, from where lust came? We just heard that we need to do prescribed duties and we are not able to do sometimes and many times, even knowingly, without will, and we are part and parcel of Supreme Soul. So we are naturally pure and we are naturally eternal, loving. We will not do mistakes, but when we are in contact with material world, we are doing mistakes. So from where this last word came? Okay, let's understand. Okay, so in spiritual world, it is only eternal love for Lord Krishna. So we, in a humor sense, you can say love is in the air. So in the spiritual world, the only eternal love for Krishna is in air. And we also heard that Jaga Badli, Hawa Badli. So this is in a very humorous thing I'm saying. So Jaga Badli and Hawa Badli. So when we are part of the material world, so Jaga Badal gayi, so Hawa Badal gayi. So in this air, it is only lust. There is no pure love. There is only lust. So from where this lust came? Okay. So what is lust? Lust in the spiritual world, the eternal love for Lord Krishna, okay, which is the Jiber Swabhav, is only Prem and Seva. Okay, that love, that eternal love in the spiritual world for Lord Krishna gets transformed into lust in this material world. How? Because material world is full of mode of ignorance and mode of passion. So when it comes in contact, mostly it is passion. So when it contacts with mode of passion, this love becomes lust. And what is lust? Lust is very, very, very strong desire for sense gratification. That is me and mine, more and more. Nothing other thing will go in your mind. It is only me and mine, my sense gratification, my family, I will be happy, my family will be, my surrounding will be happy, only me and mine. So that strong desire, lust. Now you can say, okay, what is the problem? So we will fulfill our desires, all desires we will fulfill, and we will be happy and we will be at peace, and we will realize our soul. Self-realization will be there because we will be at peace. All our desires are satisfied and fulfilled. So what is the problem? Now you think, can the desires be fulfilled? Now we will understand by taking an example. So in scriptures, this lust is being compared with fire, Agni. So now when you start adding ghee, like when you start fulfilling your desires one by one, you're starting fulfilling. So when you add ghee to the fire, will you expect the fire will get over? It will get, what you say, cool? or it will get more and more vigorous and more strong, and it will burn everything, right? So when we add ghee to fire, we cannot expect that there will be no more fire. Fire will be extinguished. No, it is not possible. Similarly, when it is being compared, fire, lust is compared with fire. So when we start fulfilling our desires, our lust, can we even think? I mean, an ignorant person also cannot think that my lust will get over one day. No, it will get transformed to Mahamoha, Moha and Mahamoha, greed and only greed, Mahamoha and complete delusion. And again, so your all desires won't get fulfilled. So again, one point it will get converted to what you say here now. Lust, when not fulfilled, gets converted to wrath. Now, another important term where Krishna has explained here in the reasons why we are compelled to do incorrect things. So wrath. So now this lust, love became, the love of eternal love of God became lust, okay, born out of mode of passion. And when this lust, strong desire for sense gratification is not fulfilled, okay, then it will get converted to wrath, that is severe anger. So much of anger, and anger from where it is born, the source is mode of ignorance, because mostly this material world is mode of passion and mode of ignorance. So lust from born of out of mode of passion, and anger is born out of mode of ignorance. So lust will get converted to anger, wrath, severe anger, uncontrolled severe anger leading to delusion, illusion, whatever you say. You will forget, चेतना बुद्धि खो जाता है, जिसको बोलते हैं ना बुद्धि काम नहीं किया, इतना गुस्सा आया कि बुद्धि काम नहीं किया. So that is the thing, huh? So that is wrath. Now what will happen? So now with wrath, so all delusion and illusion will be there, and then what it will become? Krishna is saying it will be all devouring and devouring sinful enemy of this world. Now this will be all devastating. You are full of illusion. You will do incorrect things. All can Allah give you say no hallucination होता है, कुछ भी गलत सलत दिखता है. तो वैसे जब बुद्धि भ्रष्ट हो जाए, सब गलत सलत दिखता है, and you tend to do only incorrect because your buddhi, your intelligence won't work that time, right? When you are in complete full of anger and continued, okay. And and finally what Krishna is saying now, this lust converting to wrath, okay, that will be devastating, and that is your biggest enemy. Okay, so the greatest love in the spiritual world now has converted into step by step when we are in this material world to our greatest enemies. Think in what kind of a situation we are, that we are impelled and compelled to do wrong things because of this kind of a thing that is there and that is not completely in our control. But yes, if there is a problem, jahan hai sawal, wahi hai jawab. When there is a problem, there is a solution also. So Krishna has explained here the reason of the problem, of the confusion, or the question which Arjuna had. Okay, so we'll get into more details. Yes, so I said living entity, when comes in contact with the material world, the Chaitana, the consciousness becomes impure, okay, and the eternal love gets converted to lust. Now, example we can say, okay, so like milk is in the pure form. We get from the cows, and that is in the pure form. Now, when we add any souring agent to it, okay, like we put khata dahi, nimbu sometimes like that, any kind of souring agent, then what it becomes? It becomes curd. It gets curdled, and it becomes curd. So the milk becomes curd. The property changes. The thing changes. Now the purest thing becomes a different kind of a thing. Okay. So similarly, here the lust is being converted, transformed into lust and then anger. Okay. Now I've explained the two situations. If the lust is fulfilled, the desire is fulfilled, then what will happen? Desire getting fulfilled also, one point of time, move and come to wrath only. Okay. And if desire doesn't get fulfilled, that will also lead to wrath, severe anger. Okay. Now, I have given the example of fire also. We have already understood. Okay. And then, so here Krishna has said, this lust is now the greatest enemy of the living entity. And if someone is your greatest enemy, and that too very close with you, now you think, you imagine how is your situation, how helpless you will be, and how in a very talwar ki nok pe jhulna types ho jayega. Okay, like you are walking on the blade of a sword kind of a thing, anytime you can fall. So that will be our situation now. And this tendency of sense gratification, continuous sense gratification, and then not getting fulfilled, then anger, then delusion, then incorrect activity, and then again getting life again and again in this material world. So you will not even come out of this. You are now in a trap. Okay, lust, then wrath, wrath, then incorrect activities, sinful activities. It will just go on, and you are stuck here. You are there in this material world forever. Okay, now this is the situation. But yes, there is a solution. Yes, definitely. We should not be like so much sad that there is no solution. No, Krishna had explained the problem. Now, when you understand the problem in detail and to the very basic level, now definitely you can work on the solution also. So now let's listen the solution. Okay, so now see, we have understood here that material world is made of mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So we have understood over passion, that is lust, and ignorance of anger. Now there is one more called mode of goodness. Now, if there is a chance that instead of transforming that lust or degrading that lust to anger, that is to the down part, to the mode of ignorance, if we can elevate that lust to mode of goodness, then what will happen? Then things can take a turn to the positive side. Okay. So, yes. But now, then why we are not able to do? We can say, okay, then fine. Then why we are not able to do like that? Why naturally we are coming more towards mode of ignorance? So, okay, we'll see like that. Okay. So now Krishna is saying, even though I control everything, you are part of me and I control everything. I am the owner of everything. Okay. I am the reason of everything. Karanam sarva karana karanam. Okay. But I have every soul is being given a small amount of independence, right? That small amount of independence, now you have to use it intelligently. Now, if you use it in the wrong way, then you are getting into the trap. I did not say you to go into the wrong thing, right? Now, I have given you that independence. Okay, when you have that swadhinata jadi achi, tale taku right upyog karo. Yes? So now we'll understand how. But what happens is that we generally, because taking so many birth and lives in this material world, repeated birth and death, we have actually forgotten Krishna. Because with this mode of ignorance, so much of anger and delusion, we generally tend to forget actually who am I. When I will actually forget who am I, then I will actually forget who is God and what is our relationship. So when I forget him, so then obviously I will have a tendency that I am the master. I have come to this world. I have just one life and I will enjoy. Okay, now I will just quote one small thing from yesterday only I read, so I remember it. So in Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 20, it is said, Srimad Bhagavatam, that when Brahmaji made this, when he was in the process of creating this material world, so this, he had made a set of this mode of ignorance also is being established. Everything is established. Okay, before the actual Jeev had come, all we living entities come. Okay, everything is being, the situation, the platform is being set. So this mode of ignorance is the 5 layer. Tamasri, then Andha Tamasra, then Tamas. So I will tell like that. Then Moha and Mahamoha. So Tamasri is like full of anger. So mode of ignorance, full of anger. Okay, severe anger. Andha Tamasri is like that there with this anger and delusion, there will be a feeling that this is just one life. I have got this body and this body is in Maya. So when this body will go away, I will not be in Maya. So I will go back to, I will get merged or mukti and kind of a thing, that kind of a thing. And this is just one life. So do whatever you want, enjoy it like fully and just utilize this body and this life. And there is nothing else after that. Okay, then, and this kind of a feeling from where it is getting generated from tamas, from ignorance, because we have forgotten who am I and who is Lord Krishna and what is the relationship. So because of that, this thing has come. And then what will happen? Then that will lead to moha, too much of moha, me, mine, my family, my society, my life, my sense gratification, and maha moha, too much of greed. So this whole of mode of ignorance is full of package of these 5 things, these 5 layers, you can say. Okay. So just I quoted it because I read yesterday and I could remember. So this small kind of independence, or that is the free will that we have. Now, if we don't use it, okay, for Lord Krishna, then we will use it for our, like now Prabhupada said, if you are not serving God, then you are serving dog. Okay, so we, our natural self or natural property or natural, what you can say, characteristics, we are servants. Okay, we are servants. So we serve the country, we serve the society, we serve the family, we serve ourselves. Now, if we don't have anyone, we serve cats and dogs. Okay, so either you are intelligent enough to be the servant of God, or you be the servant of dog. Okay, so that way. So now this free will, free independence, or the independence that we got. Now, if you only use for your own lusty desire, sense gratification, then what will happen? Now that again you will in the circle of birth and death. Okay, you cannot come out of this material world and you cannot get free. Never. You cannot go back home to Godhead. You will be here only trapped. But again and again, and in different bodies you will come repeatedly. Okay. So now, if we, but now we can say that we can be little intelligent, right? The Lord Krishna has given this free will. He has given some intelligence. So, and we now understand. We are now reading. If we read scriptures, we know what are our prescribed duties. Then why cannot we use it more intelligently in a more righteous way? Okay. So, what is the right way? So, right way is that this kind of free will. So, you don't have control over any much. You have just the minimal control of the minimal small amount of independence, free will that you have got, and that you can utilize in the best way. So now we can say, but how can we utilize? So you can utilize it in the service of Krishna, but how? Now we are completely in mode of ignorance and passion and full of lusty desires, but then how we will think even good things? So now here comes the role of Guru. Okay, the spiritual gurus, the Maharaj, the Vaishnavas, the sannyasis. Okay, now we can say this we will get in the form of Krishna Prasad. Krishna or Prasad in the form of Guru. I don't remember that quote. There's a beautiful quote, a sloka kind of a thing in Sanskrit. Krishna Prasade Guru something. So, but I can understand that getting a spiritual Guru is definitely the mercy and the prasad. Okay, from Lord Krishna, only from Bhagavan, and with their influence, with their ashirvad, with their mercy and serving them, okay, then we will get that mercy, that the small free will, we can utilize it for serving Lord Krishna, for loving Lord Krishna, for converting the lust, okay, that is born out of mode of passion, okay, again back to its original form, the eternal love for God. It will not be too much of eternal love for God, because that is the characteristics of the symptom of the spiritual world. But in the material world, definitely this lust can be again elevated, can be again transformed back to love for Krishna, to serve the Vaishnavas. Okay, so then what will happen now when we have got the association of Guru, spiritual Guru, Vaishnavas, okay, and the higher elevated spirit souls like Srila Prabhupada, and then we will start questioning actually. Then our intelligence will actually correctly, the inquiry mode will be on. Okay, that's which inquiry mode switch will be on. The right inquiry mode. Who am I? Why am I here? Why am I suffering so much? Why so many other people are suffering so much? If I am in a better position, then why is he suffering? If he is in a better position, why am I suffering? I have not done anything bad, then still why am I suffering? He has done so much of good thing. Why he is not getting his results after so much of hard work? So all these questions, inquiry about me, my inner self, okay, or every inner self, every soul, every other soul, you will start thinking that yes, every other soul, why is it suffering? Why am I suffering? The self-realization, that kind of a inquiry mode will be on. Okay, when we get the association of spiritual Guru and when we get that in the form of Krishna Prasad. Okay, then what we what we tag it as Atato Brahma Jigyasa. This is called Brahma Jigyasa. Okay, and then our Bhakti Lata Bij, we said, that will get implanted with us and it will start growing. So little bit of association or regular association, even a little bit also can change your life, can change yourself to actual do a Brahma Jigyasa, and you can convert that lusty desire slowly, not all of a sudden. It doesn't work all of a sudden. Okay, it is very nice to hear, but it is not that easy to practice, definitely. Okay, but yes, we can practice even if it is not easy. Now you think, okay, this kind of spiritual practice or doing prescribed duties as per the scriptures, it can be, or avoiding these don'ts and only follow these do's, these can be really difficult in the initial time. Yes, they are difficult. It is absolutely not easy. But you think if it is initially difficult for a short time, but that can give you bigger results, that can slowly elevate you from this difficult, eternal, immemorial, or this high magnitude of difficulties, pains, sufferings from this world, and elevate you back to your own life, your own form, Jiver Swarupa, Nitya Krishna Das, your beautiful form where you are always, you can say what you say, Kishoravastha, and you are very happy. Okay, you are serving God back at home, Golok Vrindavan. Okay, your original home. So that is a process. Not definitely may not be in one life or something. Maybe for maybe some definitely, but yes, that kind of a transformation will definitely happen. Yes, but now if we see the no, these are very difficult. I'm not able to practice. Then you imagine how many lives and lives you will get in different forms, that too. Okay, and so much of pain, and from how many lives, I mean years and years time memorial, you are being suffering also because of your this free will. Okay, not utilizing for Krishna and utilizing only for lusty desires and fulfilling and getting into a trap and complete illusion. So now you have to be intelligent. Let's अभी थोड़ा मेहनत कर लो और बड़ा रिजल्ट पाओ. ठीक है, या फिर ऐसा लंबा लंबा मुश्किल में रहूं और यहीं अटक जाऊं और यहीं फंसा रहूं. नाउ दिस क्वेश्चन इज अप टू यू, सो यू हैव टू थिंक. दिन भर आप ऐसा सोचिए. Okay, now, so we have a solution here. This lust and this wrath, both. So lust was from mode of passion, and this anger, which lust, unfulfilled lust, when converts to severe anger, wrath, that is mode of ignorance. Now both can be utilized for in the seva of Krishna. Okay, when both are being utilized in the form of Krishna, then they get spiritualized. Then they will not be our enemy. They will become our friend. They will help us in our purification. They will help us in not committing sinful activities. जो force था, जो force a compel करता था, this was the force. This was the greatest enemy. The eternal love which got transformed to lust, and then last unfulfilled got transformed to wrath. Those was our enemy. The lust was that enemy. Now this lust, if we utilize it for service of Krishna, that becomes love. Okay, it elevates back to love, and then it gets spiritualized, and then the natural tendency of doing mistakes, okay, or sinful activities, papa, okay, that will get slowly removed. Okay, now, so how this will happen? Okay, so now Lord Krishna is so merciful here in this Kali Yuga. Okay, in this Kali Yuga where everything is incorrect, everything is wrong, there is one best thing, that is the Sankirtan Yajna, which Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, okay, he has come and he has blessed us with this Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this Maha Mantra, practicing every day, chanting every day, as many number of times with love for Krishna, not as a count, not as a duty, maybe slowly elevating it from a ritual to spiritual, as we say, a practice to getting converted to the natural form. Naturally, we should be in love, like reciting and getting the Ananda, the Amrit. We say, yesterday Maharaj was saying, it is Amrit, Bhagavad Katha is Amrit, Bhagavad Naam is Amrit. Okay, so it will make us like, it will give us that Amrit wala feeling, the happiness, the beautiful feeling from the Maha Mantra. And with this repeated practice of Maha Mantra, Lord Krishna himself will cleanse our heart, will cleanse our mind, and will get purified. It is not in our hands to cleanse. It is just not possible. We cannot. We have such a small free will. Does it have that kind of power to just cleanse our heart, which is being, what you can say, which is being like dirty from years and years and lives we even don't know. We are not even aware of. Okay. So that kind of a strong, big, strong blanket kind of a thing of layers of dirt that can be removed only practicing and chanting Mahamantra, listening to Harikatha, having prasad, and with devotee association, listen to Maharaj, all elevated souls, just listen to them, okay? Then serve the Vaishnavas, okay? And then our Lord Krishna will purify us and we can just come out of this. At least there is a chance to come out of this entanglement of this trap of this material world. Now our consciousness will become pure. Okay, so now I'll just complete with small examples. Now Hanuman, okay, Hanuman, when he went in search of Lord Sita, he was so frustrated. He was searching here and there. Even Rakshas, some Mandodari, I think he thought maybe she's Lord Sita, but how can she be Sita? And he was so confused. Who is Mata Sita? And where will I get? So many Rakshasas are there. And seeing Mata Sita in that condition, okay, he was like full of anger and all. So he burned the whole Lanka. Now his anger, that was his severe wrath. Okay, now that anger was actually for the pleasure of Lord Ram. It was being converted. It is being used for the service of Lord Ram. Okay, that was for a divine purpose. That was spiritualized. That anger is spiritualized. Similarly, there is another example. Now Arjuna. Now Arjuna also, when he finally decided to fight. Okay, he finally understood. And he said, yes, Lord Krishna, my friend, my Lord, whatever you are saying, I will just listen. Okay. So then he decided to fight. Now this fighting for a Kshatriya will come from anger only. Happily sitting, he cannot fight, right? He has to show that kind of anger and aggression. Now he has used this anger and this aggression and this full of anger and powerful anger, your wrath, you can say, in the form of wrath. Okay. Just like, chala do sabko, itna gussa. Okay, so that in that battle, Mahabharata youth, so that was also to please Krishna, and that was please Krishna, and it was as told instructed by Krishna. So love to anyways can be transformed, lust can be transformed to love in serve of Krishna, in serve of the Vaishnavas, okay, in serve of the sannyasis, Maharaj, and then this wrath also can become, so both incorrect things, okay, can be again converted back to the right things when it is being used in the right mode for the service of Krishna, for the pleasure of Lord. And we have to use that small free will that we have. Otherwise, that we don't have any other control. Okay, now we have understood. So I will just finish it. Okay. Then, so now we understand that from in this sloka, in this whole karma yoga chapter, now we started with that prescribed duty is important. You're doing your own prescribed duties, even if it is faulty, even if it is you are not doing right, but it is better to do instead of following, okay, or copying others' lives, others' duties, and then that can be more bhayavaya, that can be more threatening, and that can be more dangerous. Okay, and then Krishna is saying, okay, I understood doing prescribed duties, but can I always do my prescribed duties? Or sometimes I will get stuck. I won't be able to do, even if I don't want, even if I don't have that, what you can say, willingly, but unwillingly also I am doing mistakes. And sometimes I am also knowingly also I'm doing, many times I'm knowingly doing mistakes. And sometimes also unknowingly I'm doing mistakes. So what is the reason? So this force is that lust, the eternal love of God, the eternal love of us for God in spiritual world gets converted to this lust born out of mode of passion. When we get contact with the material world, we get contact, our Chaitanya gets contaminated, and this unfulfilled lust gets converted to wrath, severe anger that is full of delusion, illusion, buddhi brashtogya. We will do only papa, only sins, then moha, then greed, then papa. If the last is fulfilled, it will lead to even more greed, and that greed also will again get converted to wrath one day. So this is this full cycle will make you, if you don't use your free will, the small independence, but the strong hatyar you have, if you don't use it in the right way, then you are trapped for years and years and forever. Now there is a solution, there is a catch, which Lord Krishna has told. Use this, convert this lust and wrath for my own pleasure. No. So if you use this lust and wrath for my service, again it gets converted to the right thing. Again you will be slowly getting pure, and I will help you. I will give you spiritual guru, and you will get in contact with spiritual guru, and you will get mercy, and you will also be able to cleanse your heart. Then practice this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and then slowly get elevated to your own self, back to Godhead. Okay, and be the part of your Lord Krishna again, and be there serving Krishna with all your happiness and intelligence and your actual own work, which you have actually forgotten. You will again learn it back, and you will happily also get it one day. So let's chant together and end this class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all. So I hope I could explain it very topic, and I also enjoyed reading, and I also want to understand and learn. So let's practice also. Understand and practice. Yeah. Thank you so much.